Hello there, Burns Post here, but some people call me Mikey too, and today I'm going to be talking about some forgotten Five Nights at Freddy's things. Now the first thing I want to talk about today is the game over screens from Fnaf 1 and 2, and also the newspaper clippings from Fnaf 1, 2, and 3. I just feel like these are forgotten, we don't really get, obviously they're just a small part, so they don't have to be brought up often, but I feel like they're just like a small little touch to the older Fnaf games that I wish would come back in some sort of way. Maybe not the newspapers, but maybe the game over screens. It'd be really cool to see like some more game over stuff. Maybe in Secrets of the Mimic, if we get killed by like Jackie or something, we have like a game over screen of Jackie looking ominous or something, kind of like how FNAF's sister location had that scrapped version of the Circus Baby game over screen. I don't know, I just think it'd be cool, and I wish that stuff would come back, and again, maybe not forgotten, but definitely something I would like to see come back. Next up, I want to talk about some FNAF 3 minigames, specifically the one with quote-unquote Shadow Puppet and Shadow BB. Apparently these are actual characters, and I was like going through the character book, the encyclopedia, and they have their own pages. Like, these are actual characters, and they just never get talked about. And you gotta think, Michael Afton didn't get a page in this book, Phone Guy didn't get a page in this book, but these two did. Are they important? Do they have any meaning? Or are they just cool sprites that got cool official character art? Yeah, they got art. They look like Phantom Puppet and Phantom BB, but they're called Shadow Puppet and Shadow BB. Are they related to the other Shadow animatronics? I don't know, but it's like weird how nobody talks about them, but like, why would you talk about them? They don't come back in any meaningful way, or do they? And we just never noticed. Who knows, maybe one day I'll make a video talking about them, or maybe they'll just stay forgotten because, again, they've only appeared in one minigame as a sprite that you could easily miss. So yeah, I think those are some cool forgotten FNAF characters. So the next thing I want to talk about is the FNAF 4 minigames, specifically the kids you can talk to in the neighborhood on night 3. And the first one I want to talk about is the little pigtail girl and how she knows apparently what happens during the night. Because she says to the crying child, apparently they walk around at night, and if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. How do you know that, little girl? How does this fucking whack-ass little kid know about this? Because if, like, the main theories are right that the Bite of 83 takes place after or before the missing children's incident, the animatronics shouldn't be walking around. But even if they did, how does this whack-ass little girl know this rumor? Like, that's a very specific thing for her to know, and the fact that they hide your body. So that's interesting, and it just never gets talked about again. No one, like, when people talk about FNAF 4, they mostly focus on the Knights or the Bite. They never really talk about the kids that you can talk to in the neighborhood, which I think is really odd. Another thing that I think is really odd, and that's forgotten, that everybody in this fucking neighborhood knows about the crying child's birthday party. I just recently replayed FNAF 4, and like the fact that everybody in this neighborhood knows it's the crying child's birthday party is odd to me. It's just everybody knows, and it's like nobody talks about it. It's like a forgotten little detail that these fucking NPCs just know the crying child's birthday. The last thing for FNAF 4 I want to talk about that's forgotten is Flower Fredbear. And I don't think this has any meaning for lore or anything. I just think it's funny that the little Fredbear doll can also be a little flower. I think that's fun, and I think it's forgotten. I think the FNAF 4 minigames are kind of forgotten overall, or they're just not talked about too much, or at least I haven't seen them get talked about. So I think that's fun. I think that Fredbear can be a little flower, that he just defies the laws of nature. Alright, so here's the reason why I even made this video in the first place, or wanted to make this video. Some weird ass FNAF World stuff. And the weirdest of all is the Hanging Mangle teaser. I'll have it on screen right now. Where did this come from? And where did this go? Why did me in 5th grade on a whack-ass Tuesday open up the Scott Gaines website and saw Mangle hanging himself, or herself, or themselves? Yeah, that's like, it's odd. It doesn't get talked about again, and nobody brings it up. Like, nobody's asked Scott, like, hey man, what the fuck was up with that? Because I remember at the time people were like concerned for Scott's mental health because of this. I remember seeing videos hoping he was okay. Now, I don't know what this, like, went to, because it didn't, like, bring, like, this wasn't in, like, FNAF World Update 2 or anything. There was another one with Brow Boy, which was less dark, but it was just Brow Boy's head broken or whatever. The next thing I want to talk about is the OG version of FNAF World. Listen, I owned the OG version on Steam before it got changed. I liked it. I didn't care that it was 8-bit. Like, I, like, see now, like, after we, like, looking back on the trailer and then seeing what we got, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. But I don't know, I thought the OG version of FNAF World had some charm to it. I liked it. You know, I wasn't like too complaining about it. I had fun with it when I was playing through it. Another thing that I want to talk about is a nice little thing for FNAF World, and I think it was the Christmas of 2015. FNAF World had a little Christmas teaser, and I'll have that also up on the screen. I like this teaser. It made me happy, made me smile personally. Had me some holiday cheer in the belly, you know. Again, it's like one of those nice little things that don't get brought up again because it's like, yeah, it's only for that year, or it doesn't really need to be brought up again. But I thought it was like a nice little thing, seeing all the characters and even some of the bosses too. Next up I want to talk about is some UCN scrapped characters, specifically Endo01 and Candy Cadet. These guys are supposed to be in it, or at least the FNAF World version of Endo01 was supposed to be in it. But he got cut. But I wonder what he would have done, what Endo01 would have done, because I thought, like, I saw that first UCN teaser and I thought, it's my boy, and then Old Man Consequences came in. I was like, damn, my boy. Speaking of my boy, Candy Cadet got cut here. And I think he would have done what Mr. Hippo does, like tell you a story after you die. I think that makes more sense for Candy Cadet to do it than Mr. Hippo. Now, Mr. Hippo is an icon himself, but like, doesn't that make more sense having Candy Cadet tell you a story, the story robot, after he kills you? But I think it's fun that those two characters were supposed to be in it. They even made it onto Scott Games teaser, but then just got cut. Rip the homies, they would have been cool. And the last thing I'm going to be talking about today is some forgotten merch. Only two things here. The little big head danglers, you know, the ones that everyone didn't like when they first came out. I like them. I thought they were fun. I thought they were cool. They were stylized. Sure, they looked a little goofy, and sure, BB's was just straight up a fan model. But I don't know, I thought they were neat. I liked them. And they were the only thing for a while that gave Fredbear or Nightmare Fredbear merch. Yeah, people forget about that, but he got a dangler. I own him. I have him on my wall most of the time. But yeah, it's weird that these guys got kind of forgotten about. I think after Sister Location, they didn't get the chance to do Pizza Sim. Dude, I would have loved a Scrap Baby keychain or Molten Freddy keychain. I'm sorry, I love those characters, and I love that like design that they did, the big-headed boys. And the next forgotten merch I want to talk about is the fact that the Twisted ones got plushies and mystery minis. That's weird to me, because no other like book characters get merch. It's like weird to see it nowadays. Like, not even Into the Pit Bonnie has gotten merch, at least from the top of my head. That could be changed any day now, you know, like U2s could come out and it's a whole FNAF book wave. But yeah, no, it's weird that the Twisted ones got merched, and like Theodore got merched, like Charlie's not Teddy Bear, but Charlie's like Bonnie stuffed animal, and Stanley, that fuck-ass unicorn that I hate, which is undoubtedly the worst Five Nights at Freddy's plushie. I'll have it on the screen right now. Rip to anybody who bought that, because you got fleeced. I'm sorry. I missed out on that wave because that didn't hit when I was into FNAF. I think the only plushie from that wave that looked good was the Theodore plushie. Before I close out this video, I just want to give a very special thank you to our channel members. Thank you Default NPC and Lone Templar Projects. Alright gang, that's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching, and let me know some FNAF things that you guys think are forgotten down in the comments below. Subscribe if you are new, ring that bell, stay safe out there, and may the stars shine down upon you. Bye!